Hello, everyone. This is Mikey 1 Minute with the 1 Minute Movie Reviews podcast. The 1 Minute Movie Reviews podcast is a podcast that is designed to save you time by giving you reasons to watch or reasons to skip in a very quick format. But you're not here to listen to me babble about that. You're here to listen to D-Lo, Tony, Sarah, and the Internet from There's a Better Podcast, the podcast that is about everything and nothing all in the same breath. Drop your socks and grab a pink pair of Crocs. It's time for There's a Better Podcast. Tony, hit him with that funky intro beat.
You want me to do that now? Here we are once again, back.
Sand, farts, and couch.
Like a kazoo playing Bad to the Bone. You kind of wonder what's penetrating your eardrums.
Earballs.
Yeah, your earballs.
Earballs.
What is that?
Balls of ear.
I mean, to summarize
Ears
it,
in your ball?
Ears
in your balls.
That is the show about everything and nothing all at once with the goal of bringing a little bit of humor to your day. Whether you like us, whether you love us, whether you hate us, we are definitely proof that
There is a better podcast.
My name's D-Lo, and across from me is the lovely and talented. And to the right of her is the lovely and talented.
Even lovelier.
That's me,
He
Tony.
is one sexy MF. And
Mother,
with
father.
us as well today, we've got the
Milky
feller on
farmer.
the right, also lovely and
Monkey
talented.
farmer.
His name is what?
The Internet.
The Intern Net.
Intern Net.
Internet. How do people email us?
Well, you email us at there is a better podcast at gmail.com.
All right then, and Sarah, how do people get us on Twitter? What the hell? I couldn't even hear that.
Pooped out.
You don't.
Okay.
There is a better one. It's the number one.
And
because
finally-
we're the number one of all the betters. But there might be a better one.
Nope.
We're not sure.
Of course not.
Nope.
And you can always find us on Instagram. There's a better podcast. That's all there is to that.
Instagram.
All right, here's what we got in the mix today. About 86.34% of this
Nope,
is
try
going to
that
be
again.
all. No, I'm going to go with that number. I feel like that is the
He's done the math.
apropos number.
I thought it was a
Apropos.
little transposition in there, but all right.
Nope, 86.34%. It's all about podcasting, and our better recommendation of today is also all about that. We're going to be resurrecting a vaudeville. We haven't done that in quite a while.
No, we haven't. And
What?
I'm excited.
I want to say that was last year that we actually did it.
Was it that long
It's
ago?
been
I think so.
It's
I don't
been
think we've
since
done
the
it all year.
holidays.
It's been a hot minute.
So if you're familiar with our vaudeville segment, it is always fun, silly, and stupid, and, well, proves that there is a better podcast.
There
actually.
is a better podcast.
But we're down for that. We're down for that.
Right now, though, it is time to dig into that word hole, mother...
Scratchers?
Bus bucket.
I got my shovel.
Per burger.
I brought my shovel.
Brought my shovel
Fur burger.
in my bucket.
Nomenclature.
Oh. Clumminature.
Did you guys get that?
Say that again, Lear.
Nomenclature.
I'm going to pump up the volume a little
Pump
bit.
it up.
Volume.
Pump up the volume.
Pump up the volume.
The
Dance.
music.
Nomenclature. Nomenclature. Nomenclature is the word for
Now,
the
I
day.
think he was my neighbor, Nomenclature. I think he used to live across the street from me. He was a real
I think he
piece
had a
of
really
work.
crappy dog. Always would take a shit in
So
my yard.
tell me,
watch
did Norman devise or choose names for things, especially in a science or other discipline?
Yeah.
Did
I think
he
had
do
a wife.
that?
I think he had a wife named
Because if he
Binomial.
did, that was a great name for him.
You know, it's funny. That was his profession.
Having a good name is a good profession.
So this
He
actually
got
came up.
paid.
This actually came up in an email that somebody sent to me today or this week. Not today.
Not to us.
Nomenclature. No, it actually came to me at work, and I had to look it up. I'm like,
Wait
what
a minute.
the
You
hell
have
is
another
this?
job?
You
I do.
had to look up a word?
Yeah, I
Get
don't make a living off of this podcast
outta
at all.
here.
You don't own a dictionary?
I don't. I Weberneted it. So yeah, it is devising or choosing of names for things, specifically for science. But I mean, it seems to apply to almost anything that you can think of, I think.
Is that like cataloging?
I think it's like if you,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, like cataloging.
so I think it even could pertain to this. So if you wanted to call your beverage of choice a Mountain Dew, you would call it that.
I would do that.
The
I
binomial
think
nomenclature
that's
of Mountain
fitting.
Dew is first name Mountain, last name Dew.
Sure. Just like nomenclature.
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 And his wife, Betsy.
Nomenclature.
All right. Reason I chose that is because it was kind of an interesting thing that they called the Rodecaster Pro, the Rodecaster Pro. Tony, you know that Rode is actually a microphone, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm aware of that.
And they created the Rodecaster Pro.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
If you've ever wanted to start your own podcast or if you've been looking for a more professional sound quality for your recordings, then I definitely recommend the Rodecaster Pro.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
It is a mini mixer. It incorporates all sorts of good elements of podcasting. And that is our better recommendation. Did I say that?
I'm aware of that.
Okay. That's our better recommendation
There you
of the
go.
day. The
Now you
Rodecaster
said it.
Pro. Mini mixer that incorporates most any element of podcasting that you could possibly want. Now, that having been said, are we an official sponsor of Rodecaster?
No. I
There-
follow your lead.
That is correct.
No.
That is correct.
Only Screwball Whiskey.
Are we
Let's get
getting
real.
paid by Rodecaster?
No.
Maybe
no,
you got- maybe
no,
you
yeah,
guys
just
are.
no.
I was
okay,
aware of
just
that.
No. Okay. No.
We are all aware of that.
Paid
And in
poorly.
fact, we don't even use Rodecaster here on TAB.
No.
No, we don't.
Oh.
I'm aware of that.
Tony has an absolutely awesome setup for our
Yes.
recordings.
Yes.
The bulk of the equipment we use, Tony had already available, partly in due to the fact that he's a musician. Would it be fair to call you an audiophile as well?
I would
Nerd
not be
works
aware
too.
of that.
Okay. I'm going to call you an audiophile. You seem to have a very good knowledge of
And I
audio
have
equipment.
sex with music. Okay, well, that's
Yeah.
great. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. Yep.
Yeah,
It's a different.
that's
it's a different,
exactly it.
Different
Nerd.
type of file?
Different type of file.
Oh, different type of
No,
file.
that was
okay.
no. That's true. That's the next part I was going
Oh,
to.
yeah.
I have a
Spoke
windowless.
too soon.
I have a windowless van that blasts.
He hides sheet music under his bed.
there you go. That's better. I like
He
that.
hides
That's
his
a better.
sheet music.
Yeah, he doesn't actually
Wow,
look
the
at
internet.
he doesn't look at pornography. He
It's
actually
sheet
pulls out the sheet music.
He's got to hide those 64th notes from
Okay.
everyone.
Wow.
So there you go. That's a little bit inside.
That's nerdy.
Probably TMI for anybody on Tony.
It's real nerdy.
No, but he's
Especially at a BPM of 240. 64th notes.
Oh,
you
A little
both,
chafing.
You both
a
know
little
Tony
chafing.
well enough to know that he has got that knowledge.
going to
He's
hurt.
good
It's
at
going
it.
to hurt.
A lot of people though they don't have
Thankfully,
audio.
Puffs makes a music sheet.
There you
if
go.
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There you go.
with aloe vera.
Much aloe
Okay.
vera. Aloe vera.
Aloe very much.
You're welcome.
And I'm
Now-
sorry. What were you saying about the?
Okay, well, that's been the show.
Most people don't have audio equipment, of course, laying around the house, just like Tony does. So the Rodecaster, it
just
really
laying
is.
around the house. It just kind of.
That's all you do. You get,
It's in the closet. It's in the
And
bedroom.
actually,
it's in the
it's
living
everywhere.
room.
that's a fairly
You can't.
legit
Downstairs.
statement too, because he does just kind of have some of that
I
stuff laying
do
around.
kind of have it just lying around.
Rodecaster, great option. Even
have nothing better to do
when
with
you
my
have
time.
little to no audio engineering experience to operate it. So it's pretty cool.
Now, did you know that the song Manic Depressive, or Manic Depression, sorry.
Depression. I was going to say manic depressive.
Manic Depression.
That's a
No, that's-
person.
That's a Hawthorne, that's a
diagnosis
Hawthorne
is a
Heights
song.
album on its own.
Okay.
But
I actually heard that song at a stoplight the other day.
wow, that's
Yeah,
an
I know.
interesting
Weird
place to
as
hear that.
Not really a coincidence,
Yep.
but yeah.
No, not at all. And
What was the
so
go music? Just kidding.
It actually was odd
It
because
was
the guy
stop,
had-
stop.
you
stop,
could tell
love.
he had. I mean, first of all, that's like
Stop by the Hollies.
it's kind of a lo-fi recording, and then to add in his stereo system made it even worse. It was just like, yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Yo, play that
This
on
is
the
someone's
play
car?
that on the kazoo.
Anyway,
So it was
so
not Tony's equipment.
Anyway, you were finishing.
So Manic Depression, it's a song about a guy
You're too much.
whose love is music, and if he could make love to music, that's what he would do. That's what that song is about.
Legit.
You have to listen. Yes,
I
Legit.
And if you
will
you
never.
have to listen to that song.
And if you
again.
look
Hear
up
that
manic depression, it will
song.
show a helpline.
If you,
So
okay.
but I
He's talking about the song.
yeah. But
I will
if
never
you do
listen to
need
the song
help,
the same way.
making love to music, just go buy some lead sheets and use some Jergens, I guess.
Lead
So
sheets?
back to you, D-Lo.
Masturbate to sheet music.
Shit
Sheet music.
Whoops.
Yes.
Shit music.
Or what was our word of the day? Onanism.
Onanism.
I was like, it's nomenclature.
Oddly enough, one of the
Nomenclature.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that, but it's oddly enough one of the only words I can remember that we've had for a word of the day.
Hilarious that that's like stuck in your
Onanism.
craw.
Onanism.
I could see it there. It really is stuck.
Onanism.
All right, should we get back to this?
Oh my God.
Do it,
This
do
is
it.
Now,
gonna
even
smell
though we
really
don't
bad.
use a Rodecaster here
Excuse me.
on There Is a Better, I've used it in other avenues outside of here. And actually, when we did the episode with Steve and Kyle,
The Feats and Farts couch?
Nope. Steve and Kyle.
Oh, yeah, that one.
I noticed that they were using it.
Oh.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Were they using the Rodecaster Pro?
They were.
Oh, I thought they just had some shit garbage mics. And see, I didn't know what the Rodecaster Pro was. So
At that time, I don't know. I
You
wouldn't
were
think
uncultured at that time.
exactly. Now I'm.
It was
But it was-
sophisticated.
I have been. I have progressed to less cultured.
Leveled up.
Yeah, so like since I was privy to it, I noticed it, and I thought it was pretty cool. You can create a podcast with much less equipment, of course. You could actually do it with just a frickin' microphone and stick it in there.
But do people do it?
Giggity.
Do people do it with their phone? Like if
Some
they've
people
got
do.
like.
I think some people do.
Okay, because that's what I
I
was kind
think
of
it's
wondering.
noticeable when they do.
When
If
they
I-
do.
Now, if I may aside, we are on Anchor.fm. That's who hosts our podcast, and that's who distributes it.
Yep.
And you can
Record.
you can record on your phone using Anchor, the app.
Okay.
You can edit there
So
too.
I did see it somewhere.
Yeah,
That's why
but if
it's-
you really want to get some like really in depth, good quality, Rodecaster Pro. That's
To explain why I dig
Where
it.
are we going there?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to explain why I dig it.
Okay.
So Rodecaster Pro offers 4 microphone inputs and headphone jacks. You can get a standard mixer to do that, of course,
That's
but the Rodecaster also gives you the ability to use smartphone, USB, Bluetooth inputs.
There you go.
Making it super, super freaking simple to do.
Super duper.
But most people have a smartphone.
Making it super simple to go ahead and do virtual interviews. So it's pretty cool.
Smart or Smurf phone.
Smurf phone.
So
Now, in addition to that, it's also got built-in soundboard to store your theme music. You've got your sound effects. You can put that all in there. And my absolutely favorite feature of the whole thing is that it's got an adjustable processor. It's got all sorts of good options on it, including high-pass filter. You got your noise gate, your de-esser, most any effect you could want. So, very cool.
sounds very thoughtful and complete.
Well, the part of the processor, though, that I really, really dig is they've got this thing, and Tony's going to love the names of them. Effects, Oral Exciter, and Big Bottom.
love that. Yeah,
That's so good.
Oral exciter.
Oral Exciter. I'm excited about it
Oh my gosh.
because
Do we need to have a headphone warning?
oral.
Yeah, that did hurt a little
That
bit.
hurt a lot.
So, a headphone warning, yes.
Ooh, he's
Look,
on
it's
fire
Bette
today.
Midler from Hocus Pocus.
Pepsi
So I-
really got to me.
I did seriously, I find those humorous names, but it's called an Oral Exciter and a Big Bottom, and that's what gives you the.
Oh.
That is what. it's actually used at radio stations.
I don't get it.
Does
That's
it go to
what's
11?
awesome
You,
about it.
you don't get
Okay.
it.
So that broadcast
don't get
engineers at radio stations utilize it, and the Oral
I'm
Exciter.
aware
That's
of
what's
that.
going to give your recording like a lot of detail, a lot of clarity to the recording.
Yes.
Then you got the
You
Big
don't
Bottom,
understand.
which is going to
Big
go ahead
bottoms.
and give you that extra punch, the depth to your bass frequencies as well.
Bass,
And
bass,
if you are
bass.
like most people and know absolutely nothing about any of that,
That's me.
that is correct. That is
Thanks.
to me. That's
No,
me
let's go.
to some degree as well. As much as I've done this stuff in the past, I never really dive that far into the audio engineering aspect of it. They've got all sorts of good tutorials on their website. Rode does that help you set it all up. That's what's pretty cool. It isn't cheap though.
Oh, here it comes.
Yeah.
Here
Yeah.
comes the price. Here
Oh,
comes
no.
the ball's about to drop.
But it's not real
Bottom's falling
expensive.
There's a catch.
I'd say $4.95, so $4.95 is
Oh.
a real. No, I'm kidding.
Per day.
I was like, where's that decimal point?
Per hour.
That's a venti a day.
$495 is what that
Okay.
is. But you got to also remember, you're going to also have to buy the other parts to it. So you got your microphones, you got your XLR
Add-ons.
cables, other bits and pieces. Well, it's just part of it. I
Just
mean,
kidding.
if you're going to go the route of making it sound good. But as you said, you could do it directly into your damn phone.
Into your phone.
Into your
something you already
phone.
have.
I mean, I already talk in my phone, so I might as well just record everything that I say because
Into
it
your
can
phone?
and will be used against me in the court of law.
Well, there you go.
Yes.
Some of the cons of the Rodecaster that I have found in using
Are
them, though.
deceptive. We'll call them Decepticons.
Oh my god.
Giggity.
Even if you set it directly up into your computer, you still have to use an SD card just to make it work. That's kind of dumb. Yeah, I don't get that.
I'm gonna raise my hand quietly and say, "What's an SD card?"
It's a memory card.
It's a memory
It's a
card.
memory card. Yeah,
It's like a hard drive,
little
but just
tiny,
tiny,
little, yeah.
So
Tiny
it's not
little-
it's not the memory sticky thing.
It's kind of like that.
What?
It's kind of
different
similar.
thing?
It's similar.
You're
to
talking
that.
about the thumb drive?
Yeah, the thumb
Okay,
drive.
it's kind of like that. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember
exactly
what
like
does SD stand for, though. I don't remember.
Spinning
It's something-
Decepticalism.
Internet's on it.
Density. I
You
think.
ask,
not what
he
it
will
is.
tell you.
Super
Give him a moment.
dunce.
Well,
it's
the
not-
internet pulls
It's
up
not
the internet.
standard deviation.
No, no.
It's standard deviated
We know you're
septum.
wrong.
Septum
We know that's
deviation.
wrong.
That's what
Secure
it is.
digital.
Ah, there you go.
A secure digital
Oh, the
card.
secure digital. We'll just edit
Digital.
everything out until you say secure
The
digital.
other thing I'll say, even though I didn't have it in my list of cons, I was waiting for that.
Yeah, you said it.
I actually expected that at the beginning of this, but
You went a different
I did
direction.
not get that. No. Yeah, the other thing I don't like is when you pull the SD card, or like
When you pull out, yeah, I know.
pull the recordings off the SD card, it really makes it a mess to like edit and fix.
It really
and
does
do
become a
everything.
mess when people.
But if you directly record into your computer, it's pretty cool. The other thing I don't like is you can't adjust your sample rate of your recordings. And if you're into aesthetics. So the beauty of it, it's got this weird big button multicolored soundboard. Kind of looks like a 60s Star Trek like piece. Like it looks like
their,
it should be
their navigation
Yes.
panel.
Like you're about to get beamed up.
the bottom
that
she's got, Captain.
You just need the little pinwheel thing that was always behind
Yeah,
Spock.
That made it-
No, it was
Oh,
always
Spock.
behind Spock.
Okay.
just made it seem like something
It
exciting
was very
happening.
cheesy,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's got this weird, just kind of dorky
To
look
use
to it.
this, you need to buy William Shatner's
So you will
wig.
not look cool using it, in my opinion.
For $4.95, I better be damn cool.
It better be damn.
$4.95.
For $4.
okay, wait.
Wait,
Wait a moment.
$49.50.
Now, do you know somebody who has the Rodecaster Pro, or do we have any? Do we have access to that? Because maybe we should try an
Do
episode.
we have any
with
people
that.
we can
We
make fun
do-
of for owning this?
No.
We should try an episode with it and just see what it sounds like.
We can try to get a hold of one.
Okay.
Should not that be hard.
Should not be that difficult.
Right. It should not be that good.
Should not be that difficult.
say. Jiminy.
But here's the deal.
Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Here's the deal. Last
Yes.
May, and I have not used it, have not touched it, don't know anything about it. They came out with a Rodecaster Pro.
Dose?
Do.
Oh.
Wow. Is
So,
there
yeah,
more
they-
big
2.0.
bottom out there and more oral exciters?
I didn't really dive too much into it,
Oral.
but from
Bigger
Oral.
bottom.
Bigger.
what I'm seeing,
Oral.
it is a smaller
boots with the
unit
fur.
with a bigger
Oh.
price.
Oh, what? Oh, wow.
$9.95.
$6.99.
Oh,
wait.
It's almost double.
Another typo. $699.
Okay.
So $700, and you got yourself a new Rodecaster.
Buy less, get more.
Do.
Wait,
Do.
buy less, get. Wait, what?
Duh.
Pay more, get
Part
less.
duh.
Part.
Road
Because what do you
does-
do with part one?
Road does claim that it's more customizable.
I guess you just
so-
toss the fucker.
And I'm going to assume that in some point, sometime, I am going to run across that one as well, and I'll probably get to use it, so I'll let you guys know.
Maybe Spot comes with that version.
Maybe.
You know,
Spotify?
Spot.
That
No,
would be
no,
kind
it
of
said
cool,
Spot.
because then he could figure shit out for you. But I think the better guy to
might be
have.
dead.
That would be illogical.
So who would you want most on your podcast if you had to pick from all the Star Trek characters? Who would it be? Do
Scotty!
you think so?
Well, yeah, because he's the engineer.
That's
Well,
where
that's what
I
I
was
was
going. That's
thinking.
what I
I
was
forgot his
thinking.
name, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, Scotty. for
Intern
sure.
Net.
But the thing is, when
couldn't
we've
understand
maxed
the
out
hell
our
he was
volume,
saying.
he's given it all he's got. And we have no more big bottom. No more oral exciters. No more, Captain.
I think you kind of do that on your own, though, don't you? Give it all you got,
I do.
do you?
I do.
Wasn't the best or exciter the friends you made along the way?
It's compressed like a mofo.
In college, they were the best oral exciters.
God.
Which I think leads to a better sound, and actually that's kind of what brings us to the next point.
Oh, shit.
That's right. Tips for creating a better podcast. Better than there is a better podcast.
There aren't any, because
Wait a
there
minute.
isn't one. Just
Yeah,
kidding.
damn straight,
Oh, wait, that's
Skippy.
in our name. Never mind.
Oh.
Yeah,
So the deal
sorry.
was...
Wait a minute. Are people
The jig is
taking...
up.
We've peaked.
Are,
It's a 2.0.
There is no better. We peaked.
we are the Rodecaster Pro 2 of podcasts.
No, we're the one. The two
Gonna
is
find
coming.
out.
Oh, the
Peaked,
two is-
but you can go higher.
But the fact that somebody will be taking notes from a podcast that says that there are better podcasts,
There is a better podcast.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Maybe they're going to take notes.
oh,
Whip
See,
out
here's
your
the-
pencil.
Give me your
Well, here's the
pen and
deal.
paper.
Are there
I was
better
originally
notes?
going
Like a quill and ink.
I was going to go through this list, and I was going to originally pick and choose what to talk about, and then I thought, why don't we see what we're doing right or wrong,
okay.
Ooh.
and find out what we think that we are doing right or wrong. So this is according to Riverside.fm. You guys heard of this?
I like this music. Thank you. I'm not,
Riverside
but I
FM.
feel really calm about it all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got 25 tips to start a successful show.
Oh my God! Did we hit all of? I want to. Oh no!
And I
all
know
of them.
absolutely nothing about Riverside.fm.
They
I
sound
not
credible.
only don't know anything about them, but we are also not being endorsed by them either.
Well, maybe we should.
Is that on the list?
I'm not gonna lie.
Doctors.
I kind of throw this stuff out on the table because I'm like,
Maybe it's on the list.
We are sponsor whores. We would be
Oh
willing
yeah.
to
Yeah.
whore ourselves out. Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
We make a bucket, sure luck.
We'll say anything. Just pay us.
If we make a buck, it means I got fun.
Whoa.
Fun. So I got fun.
Tony
So-
needs more sheet
Yep,
music.
more sheet music.
I mean, we are
More shit
more
music,
aloe
please.
and we
vera.
would be willing to do it. That's what I'm saying.
Ah, I
Oh,
like it so
whoa!
loud.
I don't know.
Are you going up or down on that?
I was going. I went up.
Let's go to the
And
middle.
now you're going
I'm
down.
going back
Okay.
down. Going back
So remote interviewing, just to give some information about what they do, remote interviewing software that helps podcasters record audio and video on separate tracks for each person on your podcast.
Okay.
Did you make adjustments to my microphone, by the way?
No.
Oh, really? Because I think it sounds pretty good today.
Sounds pretty good today.
Either that or I'm just
Well, the nice thing is,
in the mode.
what
your
you're
hearing
hearing
is
on the
good.
board is going to be completely different from what you're hearing actually on the
that's
podcast itself, because there's a little bit
lovely.
of processing that happens, and it's going to make you sound like a robot.
But that's okay. All right, that's fair.
We're actually not humans.
No.
No,
We're AI.
This thing just makes itself.
Alan Iverson.
All right, let's
Tony
do,
just presses
let's-
a button.
Let's do
Oh.
this list, guys.
Okay, let's do it. I'm
25
excited.
tips,
Here we go.
podcast tips for starting a successful show.
Number one, don't.
First of all, don't call it a show. But
Intern
it
Net.
did make
do.
it exciting.
I'm not gonna lie.
Go for it.
Like I think I need some water or something.
You need to water
Intern Net,
yourself.
Can you
Intern Net,
assist?
Can you get
All
some
right,
water?
fine.
What the hell?
Can you ascertain? Not
I-
ascertain.
Get better at manners,
Did
please.
we have on the resume Intern Net with attitude?
Look, we said folding papers,
Yes, Tony
fetching
specifically
drinks.
asked for that.
I did actually. That was in the that was in the.
I had to fill out a form that said I had to be like 10% more sassy than everybody else.
It's part of all
No.
other duties is
Sassy
assigned.
or saucy?
It's
all
less
other duties
sass.
is assigned.
Oh, you're saucy.
Saucy.
It's always in the other duties as assigned.
Bossy.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Number one, start with the what. First, what makes a good podcast? One that knows
Are you
the
asking
essentials.
us?
Did you just join us on the podcast?
Hi, how's it going? I'm new
Okay,
here.
great. One that knows the essentials from the beginning. What it's about, how good the message is that you want to get across, and why it matters. Do we excel at that or not?
No.
It's a learning curve.
I would agree with you. We do not, and this is actually something we've talked about because we are not very specific. Is that correct?
Meh.
We're not.
It's pretty broad, but we
It's-
do know
yeah.
that
So-
we're not comedy.
Broadly
We know what we're
specific.
not. right?
Going further down, they say, what's your podcast topic? Don't start a podcast just because you think it'd be cool to chat with your friends on a microphone. Fuck that. We want to just talk.
I left you a message on the cup.
Is that a water? That's cute.
Are you being
Since I'm the
sassy?
one that bought him this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did buy
Sassy.
that.
What was the number again? I'm sorry. Or what was the
Number
Well, it
is
says-
1-800.
It says don't start the podcast just because you want to chat
right.
with your friends on a microphone. Have a clear idea of what your show is about and help keep you grounded and consistent from the beginning. Now, here's the deal. We have actually discussed this, though, right?
Yes.
We've talked about the fact that we are not very specific, and that's probably what does hold us back a little bit. But
I'm aware of this.
But we also said that we're okay with that,
I am also aware of this.
right?
I think
feel
he
like
was
he's
a part
got
of that
statement for the
conversation
episode.
too.
I am aware of
I
that.
am aware of
You have
this.
had your arms crossed for quite a while. Are you feeling defensive? Is that it? Is that your body language?
I am not aware of this.
All right, number 2.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Just do this.
Just
flail them
Read
about.
some sheet music.
Wacky,
I was
waving an
just saying,
inflatable arm,
Pretend
flailing
you're-
podcast.
Inflatable arm.
I was going to say what the internet just said. Read your sheet music.
you read your sheet music.
Your shit music. All right. Number 2, then think about the how. Similarly,
Think about the house. The house is
How?
here. We already had the house. The house was before the podcast.
I don't really want to think about House MD.
Okay.
It's not a great
the how.
show.
Oh, that
I'm
was a good
listening.
show.
Decide on your content style, structure, and tone before beginning. The more you know about what your podcast will be like and how you'll get it done, the less bumpy the road. Do we do that?
Do we do what?
Yes.
I was too busy fucking
Yes.
around over here.
We have a show plan.
Oh,
We
yeah.
plan it out.
Yeah.
We've know different segments, and we're pretty good at putting all of the pieces in order so that it makes sense, and there's a format to it.
Format.
How about that? We're trying to get a format.
I
to
think-
it.
I
so
think
when people
two of the
tune in
three-
and they know a little bit about what to expect.
I think 2 of the 3 do that. The one that's talking right now does not do that.
You don't think you
I
do?
disagree
I
strongly.
would disagree with that.
I don't.
Tony,
Y'all made the
Tony,
format. What are you
Tony,
When
talking about?
when I put the
Oh,
when I put
Tony?
the shows together,
The format is kind of evolved.
Tony,
who,
Tony?
what, when, where,
Tony?
why, how?
Stop it.
Get some help.
Anyway,
I would say no. I guess I would say that both of you put together shows that have there's a common thread among every segment, and in the word for that matter,
Yeah,
and in
you-
the recommendation.
You
Trying.
don't, but that doesn't mean
I
you don't.
don't.
You don't plan it out. Yeah,
no, I
you
plan
tend
it
to
out,
jump
but that's-
around.
But
Yeah.
that's kind of the antithesis of what you're getting at here. Or what I shouldn't say what you, but what we are getting at here.
it's still
you still plan it
a
out.
plan. It's still a format, and even though you
It's-
jump around a little bit,
It's more of a floor mat than it is a format. You
don't
just
be a
kinda-
doormat.
All right. Well, Sarah and I just voted.
I'll just be a
It's
sore mat.
2 against 3, or 1. 2 against 1.
Is salsa in
I,
this?
Wait a minute.
I do not believe addition is
Teach me how
anywhere
to
in
math.
this list, so that's good. But seriously,
Today on Mathcast,
we disagree. You do plan your show, and I think you do a fine job.
I do
plan
too.
the show, but that doesn't mean it. All right.
All right,
fine.
number 3, find
I think
your
it keeps
why.
it interesting, to be honest. So.
Number 3, find your why. And of course, ask yourself why you're doing the show.
Every Sunday morning when we get to record, I go, why am I doing this to myself? I don't have anything.
And I just
Ah!
and I know my why is at the end of my name.
And then at 10 o'clock, I'm
know
like,
where
I
my-
think I got it figured out.
my why is so I can hand a cup that says,
Says lick my balls. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. It's funny, dude.
It
It's
is
real
funny. It is funny.
Real funny.
It is funny.
Get yourself an internet. That's number 4.
Yeah.
With no attitude.
No.
What?
No,
He's being
it's not.
fired.
Is that really?
It's not.
Out of a
Okay.
cannon.
Oh, by the way, thank you for the water.
Oh yeah, you're welcome.
I'm sure you spit in it, so.
So the
Oh,
why.
I should have thought of that.
Okay, so of course, ask yourself why you're doing the show. If it's just to mess around with your friends, hustle up some sponsorships.
Hey!
Oh.
You may
Man,
want
we're
to
failing
rethink
on
this
all
project.
fronts.
Which I'm going to be honest with you. Again, I don't care.
Trying to get comfy in this
And-
weird chair.
And I don't know that sponsorship, I mean, don't get me wrong. We always joke about it. We'd love to have sponsors.
Oh yeah, Wordle.
But to me, this is,
Just drop it.
this is
sponsor
Just
bombs.
name
to
dropping
some degree,
everyone.
a chance just to connect with you guys, hang out, and mess around. So it's what it is.
Yo, thanks Ford Motor
And I
Company.
don't have a problem with that.
It's what
But
it
again-
is. Yeah.
That's, this is for a successful podcast.
Yo, thanks Mitsubishi.
Know your target audience is number 4. I don't ever even get this when I have to figure it out in avenues outside of podcasting. Thoughts on this?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I want to know thoughts.
How do you figure out your target audience?
well, the nice thing is, and here's a free plug for Anchor.fm once again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, every show that we have, it has statistics, and so we can look at those statistics, and overall, it shows us our statistics for age range, for
You want me to run down the list they got here?
yeah, go for it.
So the questions they want you to ask are: how old are they? What
Yeah.
are their
Yes.
interests or hobbies?
No, it doesn't
what
do
kind
that.
of job do they have?
No.
it
Where
doesn't
do they
do that.
live?
Well,
What
we got the where do they live part.
what are their
Right.
goals in life?
Jesus. Anchor FM, step up.
Jesus, actually, I can probably tell you
Wait a
his
minute, wait a
goals
minute.
in life, so I'm good on that one.
Is that from the thing that you're getting?
This is from the list.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's from the list. That's not Anchor.
No.
I was gonna say because Anchor doesn't give a shit about that, and I'm kind of glad.
You don't want to know our
I don't
listeners-
want to know our
You don't
listeners. I don't
want to
wanna
know our
know
listeners'
that
goals
deeply.
in life.
I think it's just breakdown of gender, age, and country.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah,
it. And that's fine.
That's about it.
Yeah. I don't need to know
And
more.
again, understand.
I would assume that anybody who listens to this podcast has no goals, and we create them for.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
And again, I haven't read through this, so I don't even know what's in this list. Number 5. Are you ready for this one?
I mean, the first 4 were pretty rough. Go for it. I don't know our who, when, where,
aren't there
or
But
why.
see,
25 of
I
these?
don't feel like these
Or
are that
when.
rough though, because
Or
again,
who.
I will go back to the same
Or
thing. We are doing
and.
this
Or
just
it.
just to hang out, and enjoy ourselves for the most part. And if people are entertained by it, that's awesome.
There you go.
What value do you provide? That's number 5.
Well, what value do we provide?
Yes.
We do come up with better recommendations.
We
Right?
drink a lot.
We drink a lot. We also make those recommendations. We talk about current events and
We
pop culture
edumacate.
things, and,
We edumacate.
and give our opinion, which is our personal
Word of the
opinion.
day.
or
Whether you
input.
like it or not.
And yes, the Wordhole word of the day, nomenclature, my former neighbor,
And his wife, binomial.
and his wife,
Binomial.
binomial. I said Betsy, but whatever.
Same thing. I was gone.
So we
You
got
know,
number 5.
So I guess the person who lives across
I
the
think
street
number
from
3.
him is Yesmanclature, right?
Yesmanclature. Oh, for
Yeah.
nomen.
They're having a pissing
nomenclature.
contest.
It's
Or,
yes,
I guess, yes,
womanclature.
womanclature.
There you go.
Here's one thing that I think a lot of people
Yes,
will be
non-binary
happy to
clature.
hear.
Divided yet.
And very often I tell others.
Whatever.
Number 6, you don't need, quote unquote, that voice. And they're talking about this voice.
They're
right
talking
here.
about his voice.
Yeah.
You can have my voice anytime.
I would not listen to
Make a
you.
podcast. Sounding like this every day.
I actually think that if you
So Tony
do
sounds
have
like
a
off mic.
voice like that, you probably should stay away from podcasting.
Yeah, you should do television.
That would be the one time I would say,
You should do silent movies
yeah,
with a
you
voice
might
like
want to
that.
look at a different avenue.
You should get a D-Low filter if
Yeah.
you're going to have that voice.
Yeah, you should figure something out.
Just gotta get that Rodecaster, bro.
Gotta get some auto tune.
Lots of auto tune. Ooh, can we put some auto tune on there?
Yeah, they gotta start rapping.
Number 7, find the right structure and stick with it.
Did we find the right structure yet? Have we landed on the
Have
structure?
you guys
I
found the
don't
formula?
think so.
Well,
Tony,
here's the
hell
deal.
no. Next year, it's all out the window. We're going to start.
Fortunately, we seem to have
Yep,
fallen
we're gonna
into
start. We're
what
gonna go backwards. We're talking
they
backwards
figure
next year.
a common podcast structure is, and that is
What is
intro,
a
main
common?
content, outro. So there you go.
Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. How? Okay.
Because when I looked at when I first joined, I was looking at the run
Down.
from former episodes, and
Sure.
oh my gosh, it was so overwhelming because there was so much
There's
content
a lot
in
going
there.
on.
And I thought, well, I can't keep up with y'all. That's too many talking points, too many things. And then once we kind of got rolling, and it came a little bit less like
Less
of the moment
filled.
things. Yeah,
Yeah.
like more like we were able to like open up discussion a little bit more.
The one thing that I find interesting,
That's what I feel like
and
is a
Tony,
good development.
Tony kind of brought it up earlier, is the fact that you look at all 3 of our show plans, and they're all completely different.
Yeah.
Like the approach, the way we do it.
Yeah.
Are you not interested in being here today?
I'm aware of that.
Oh,
Because I kind of,
He had a long night.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of getting that vibe.
yeah. He had a long night.
He misses
well,
the sheet
that's
music.
okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
I had a long day yesterday. In fact, I've had a long
He had a
week.
long morning in bed.
So if we look at each of our show plans, they don't follow quite the same process, right?
I just
but
find,
we all
I find
do
it
them
interesting because
independently.
I'm very minimalistic, I think, in my show plan.
Yeah. I'm probably somewhere in the middle.
I think so, and I think Tony. But I think you usually do your content in the show plan, right?
I usually try and keep it in there, yes.
Whereas I do mine separate.
Okay, maybe that's the difference. I think we all prepare differently.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's part of it. So, like, all the stuff that you're reading about and you're seeing, we're not seeing any of that. So we kind of don't have any, pre-prepared information to share or to look at as you're going through the information. So we're kind of hearing it for the first time, which is great because then you get a first response or initial reaction. Fresh response from us.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yep, it's just different.
Well, that gives you the gist of it anyway. I mean, there's 25 of them on here, riverside.fm if you want to look it up. Let's say we get it to the mid-tro, and we'll go ahead and do some vaudeville after this. So stick around or go away. Whatever your choice.
Does that include me?
Come back to the vaudeville.
Cool.
Nomenclature. The vaudeville.
I just got the wave.
Yeah.
The wave off from the Intern Net. Now we'll just go get some water for everybody.
All right, welcome back to the second half of the show of There Is a Better Podcast. Unless, of course, you did take my advice and you decided to leave, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm aware of that.
My feelings aren't hurt. Are you guys?
They left to find their why.
Fair enough. All right.
Have fun.
Again, if you wanted to check out the tips from riverside.fm, again, I do not know anything about those cats. We don't utilize them, or we haven't yet. Maybe we'll dive into it someday, maybe. I don't know. But if you want to find out more about them or the top 25 tips, you can go to riverside.fm. All right, let's do this.
Give our regards to Vaudeville. Remember, this is just a bit. Tell all your friends this could be funny or it could be complete shit. It's been 100 years since the style has been relevant. Give our regards to old Vaudeville and now on with the skit.
All right, so the deal with the vaudeville is we go around the room and we tell vaudevillian jokes. And this kind of got started, last year when I decided that we wanted to do this, mainly because I love vaudeville.
So the game show episode?
So, choose a number between 1 and 10 to start us off.
7.
3.
2.
Choose a number between 1 and 5.
3.
1.
You start.
Okay.
All right.
So give us your best vaudeville imitation and tell your joke.
Okay. Knock, knock.
Who's that?
Boo.
Boo-hoo.
Don't cry. It's only Halloween.
All righty.
Do we call it names like we did last
Yeah.
time? Okay.
It's all right.
You could. Okay.
So, hey, Sarah,
Hey, D-Lo.
how do you get rid of demons?
I don't know. How do you get rid of demons?
You exorcise a lot.
Whoa.
Wow.
Hey, Tony.
Hey.
Why don't people like Dracula?
I don't know. Why don't people like Dracula?
He's a real pain in the neck.
Hey.
Halo. What's up there, Tony?
Why did Dr. Frankenstein write his movie in a cemetery?
I don't know. Why did Dr. Frankenstein write his movie in a cemetery?
I don't know. Why did Dr. Frankenstein write a movie in a cemetery?
I don't know. You tell me. Why did Dr. Frankenstein write his movie in a cemetery?
Dr. Frankenstein wrote a movie in a cemetery because it had great plots.
Hey! All right. Hey there, Internet.
Hey.
Hey.
Hello
Tell
there.
me, what's a zombie's favorite weather?
I don't know. What is a zombie's favorite weather?
Cloudy with a chance of rain.
Ooh.
Hey, Tony.
Hey,
How do mummies tell their future?
how do mummies tell their future?
They read their horoscope.
Hey, I don't get it.
Horoscope.
What?
Horror.
Horoscope.
There's
Horror.
Their horoscope.
Horror.
Roar, roar. Hey, Sarah.
Hey, Tony.
Three Amigos. Yay!
That was the movie from a couple weeks ago.
I got into the card bin. Yay!
Damn it. This was the porno movie title that I never found.
We're going to blame that one on the internet.
I'm going to
No.
say that porno title
not gonna
movie
do
is
that.
not any different than the actual movie title itself. Yay!
We're not gonna blame me.
But Sarah, what's a
that's
ghost's
the only way it
favorite
had to
dessert?
It's not.
I don't know, Tony. What's a ghost's favorite dessert?
A ghost's favorite dessert is I scream.
Hey!
Hey, D-Lo.
What's up there, Sarah?
Why do ghosts make the best cheerleaders?
I don't know. Why do ghosts make the best cheerleaders?
They have a lot of spirit.
Hey! Hey, Sarah, right back at you. Knock, knock.
Who's there, D-Lo?
Which?
It's D-Lo. No. Which?
Which one of you has my candy?
Oh. Hey, Intern Net.
I'm aware of that.
Hi, Sarah.
Why don't werewolves ever know the time?
Why? I don't know. Why don't werewolves ever know the time?
Because they're not wenwolves.
Oh! Hey, Tony.
Hey, what's going on, Intern Net? How are you doing over there? Hey, by the way, what is your joke?
Well, now that you
I
ask,
just killed it.
what happened to the witch who flew her broom while angry?
I don't know what happened to the witch when she flew her broom when she was angry.
Why don't you? She flew off the handle.
Hey!
Why don't you?
D-Lo.
Tell me about it. What do you got?
What treat do eye doctors give out on Halloween?
I don't know. What treat do eye doctors give out on Halloween?
Candy corneas.
Hey!
Oh.
Hey, Internet.
Yeah?
What's a zombie's favorite kind of cheese?
I don't know. What is a
Well,
zombie?
it's a zombie, of course.
Hey!
Hey, D-Lo.
What's up there?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Iguana.
Iguana who?
Iguana eat all your candy.
Hey, Sarah.
Hey, D-Lo.
How does a witch style her hair?
I don't know. How does a witch style her hair?
You think you'd know that? It's scare spray.
Go!
Hey!
Did you just call me a witch, bitch? No.
That's kind of where I was going with that. I'm not going to lie, but
Dick.
yeah, kind of, yeah.
You dick! Sorry.
Yay!
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Sarah.
What do you get when you cross a vampire and a snowman?
I don't know. What do you get when you cross a vampire and a snowman?
Frostbite.
Hey! Hey, Intern Net.
Hey, Tony.
What's your why?
I don't have one. I'm here against my will.
Hey! But really, knock knock.
Who's there?
Ivana.
Ivana who?
Ivana, suck your blood.
Hey!
That might-
Hey, Sarah.
Hey, Internet.
Why do vampires not want to become investment bankers?
I don't know.
They hate stakeholders.
Hey! That's a good one,
That
actually.
actually is pretty good.
Yeah, shouldn't have given it to me.
That's a really good one.
Shouldn't have given it
Hey, D-Lo.
What's up, Sarah?
Why did the Headless Horseman go into business?
I don't know. Why did the Headless Horseman go into business?
He wanted to get ahead in life. I feel like you don't remember that one. You didn't.
He had a head in the game.
And I'm sure that could have gone to with the porno thing we did.
Hey!
Three amigos.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, D-Lo.
Tell me, who helps the little pumpkins cross the road safely?
I don't know. Who helps the little pumpkins cross the road safely?
It's the crossing gourd.
Oh!
I would have guessed Fran Drescher.
But wouldn't the gourd get squashed?
Hey! Wow.
Become squish squash.
Hey, D-Lo's coming back.
What's up?
Why do ghosts go on diets?
I have no idea why ghosts go on diets.
So they can keep their ghoulish figure.
Oh.
Three amigos.
Hey, Sarah.
Hey, Kilo.
Tell me, why was Cinderella bad at football?
I don't know, D-Lo. Why was Cinderella bad at football?
Well, it's because she had a pumpkin for her coach.
Oh! I thought it was because she was a glass slipper.
Oh!
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Sarah.
What's a skeleton's favorite song?
I don't know. What's a skeleton's favorite song?
It's Bad to the Bone.
Good job, Intern Net.
Maybe we keep that up.
All right.
Hey, Internet.
Yes.
This one's for Sarah. Sarah,
Hey, Tony.
what kind of art do skeletons
Like I
like?
hate this one.
I don't know. What kind of art do skeletons like?
Sculpture.
Oh.
You would play Bad to the Bone at this part again. That's
Hey.
what I was pointing to.
D-Lo.
You know what?
What's
It's
up?
fine.
What's
It's
happening?
kind of past.
It doesn't matter.
Who won the
I'm aware of
skeleton
that.
beauty contest?
I don't know, Sarah. Tell me who did win the scuttle. Yeah, that thing.
Scatman.
Skeleton beauty contest. Nobody.
Oh, of course they
It's a real
didn't,
thinker.
because they've got nobody.
Nobody.
So, yeah.
Just a skeleton. Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
way that works. Good job.
All right.
Hey, if you hung around this long, thanks so much for listening to There Is a Better Podcast. Coming up next week, we got all sorts of good stuff. Sarah's going to tell you about it.
Next week, we're going to lean into the upcoming Halloween of it all.
Oh, that's yeah. I
Yeah.
forgot to mention that. That's why we did the theme there.
Yeah, we're leaning-
started on Halloween there.
We're leaning into it a little bit, talking about some maybe visual and sounds that we try to make sense of, and we're going to explore maybe some audio clips that
And three amigos.
need to be interpreted by our minds and our ear holes that are
That sounds
spooky.
similar.
They're spooky.
Is this
Spooky.
similar?
We're
to
leaning
what,
into the Halloween of it all. Some spooky recordings.
Is this similar to what he did before? Tony
Nope.
did? Okay.
Nope, different.
Even more different. Okay.
Even more differenter.
Even more
differenter.
differenter.
Even more differenter.
The
So
most
yeah,
different
come
test.
back next week and put your own ear holes to the test and see if you can make sense of it.
And Tony, we have got our a coffee mug hanging around here. Tell us about that.
Damn, Skippy, it's a fine coffee mug, crafted of the finest
Ceramic.
this side of the Mississippi. And, oh, there it goes. Hi, there's the theme music. Now, what should we be doing? Should we say how to get involved and to get a winner? Because the holidays are coming up. Some
Yep.
people celebrate Thanksgiving. Some people celebrate Christmas, Kwanzaa, Boxing Day. That's a big one, too.
Yeah, whatever the thing is.
So, what do you think about this as
A giveaway.
yeah, the giveaway?
I dig it.
All
We got a
right.
mug. We want
So
you
we got
to
a
get
mug.
your mitts on our mug.
That's right. Get your
Get your mitts on
the
our mug by
Get mugged.
participating.
Get
Nope,
mugged by
nope,
There Is a Better
nope,
Podcast.
Nope.
Yep,
Nope.
yep, that's
nope.
what we're doing.
Not mugged.
And so what we need for you to do is we need you to tell us, how did your holiday get effed up? Did you do something? Did your family do something? What was the story? How did it get effed up?
Tell
Can we
us.
say fuck on the air?
I think you can.
I
It's your
believe
show.
so.
Yeah.
And we
it's your show.
still have no sponsors. So,
So,
Yeah,
so,
so
We're not
fuck
gonna
it.
offend
Just
them.
fuck it. We're
So-
gonna just roll into that.
how did your holiday get fucked up? And send it to us
It could be any holiday,
Could
too.
be any
I think
holiday.
is what we
I
decided,
think
right?
holiday,
any
yeah.
holiday, New Year's Eve, whatever you're celebrating.
We're coming up on Thanksgiving, of course,
Yep.
and Christmas, so I think those would be the most interesting, but it could be Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween.
Could be anything.
Totally.
Anything. And so, yeah, the winner of that will be their story read. If you want us to
Change the names.
yeah, change
to
the
protect.
names and keep it anonymous.
Yeah,
and
make
that's-
sure you let us know,
Yeah, please
Yep.
don't. Yeah.
because we will throw that shit out there.
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah.
you tell us otherwise.
I mean, nomenclature agreed that I could say his name as my neighbor, so it's fine. Yeah.
So if yours is red and you're the winner, then you're going to get the mug. So tell
We're
us
gonna
your
mug
story.
ya.
Nomenclature.
Send
Yeah.
it to us at thereisabetterpodcast@gmail.com.
All right, so
Just
there
the
you go.
email,
That's the
though, right?
email.
Just the
Yep,
email.
that
Because
is
you
the
can put a
email.
lot more
Like,
in
let's
there.
not.
That is
Yeah.
correct. Yes. All right, so you got the email, and you can find us on Twitter at There Is a Better and the number 1. You can also get us on Instagram at There Is a Better Podcast. Remember, whether you like us, love us, or hate us, we are definitely proof that
There is a better podcast.
We'll smell you later.